Hi, my name is Dr. Emily Wong. I'm a clinical psychologist and I practice in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I've been a clinical psychologist now for approximately 22 years, and I'm currently in the NAPA Infant Parent Mental Health Program through the University of California, Davis Extension Program. The program itself has been multidimensional in terms of its benefits. So for starters, we have the opportunity to learn from luminaries and other professionals in their fields. We are provided with a significant amount of content, but we're also provided with an opportunity to get to know these luminaries and professionals, to be able to ask questions, and to be able to dig a little bit deeper into some of their concepts and some of their thoughts around the way that they developed these concepts. There's also the piece of being out of school basically for 22 years now, really kind of looking at things a little bit differently. So developmental psychology, you think that that field doesn't really change. In reality, what has been happening now when we think about developmental psychology is that we are now integrating it with what we know about neuroscience, what we know about physiology, what we know about the way that the brain develops. So really having more depth and more multidisciplinary thinking, more multidisciplinary capacity within what we have known for many years. So really better understanding Erikson, better understanding Freud through the lens of neuroscience, or better understanding cognitive behavioral therapy, for instance, through better understanding neuroscience. And really having the opportunity to look at things that have been around for a long time in a new lens and in a multidisciplinary lens. Another piece of this fellowship that has been significant in terms of my growth and my professional learning is the reflective supervision and the reflective practice that we are involved in. So we have an opportunity to actually look at our own clinical cases and really think deeply about how our values, our thoughts, and our beliefs really impact the way that we treat our families and our children that we work with. That in itself has grown the heart of my practice. So where we have the luminaries and the professionals teaching us about the content, we also have those reflective supervisors really helping us to build on the new knowledge and then our capacity to integrate that into who we are as professionals and incorporate it into the heart of our practice. A third piece of the fellowship that's very valuable is the fellows themselves. The fellows come from several different disciplines, and we have a significant wealth of knowledge right around our own table. That has been huge for me. That has been very valuable in terms of really understanding different disciplines. The other piece that is great about the fellows is that some people are relatively new in the field, fresh, excited, really willing to think things through in an enthusiastic way, and others have wisdom of years in their discipline. And so that variety of people within the fellowship that are able to provide their own opinions and their own conceptualizations of cases and conceptualizations of the theoretical knowledge that we're learning has really helped us to build in our own professional growth. A final piece of the program that has been significant for me is the fact that I'm traveling basically from a different country, from Canada into the United States, and better understanding the political systems in the United States, particularly in California, and really kind of getting a sense of what people are doing in terms of policy, in terms of the big picture, in terms of making some organizational decisions for our infants and parents. And seeing the practices and comparing them to what's happening in Canada to get a better sense of what we can do in Canada, and to be able to look at our practice in Canada and think about different and creative ways that we may be able to implement and support the policy within our own province and within our own country.